Yeah, this is something we've never tried before, so bear with us on Sky Sports News. We're going to try and capture the moment that this England plane touches down on American soil for the very first time as they bid to become world champions in 2026. We've been monitoring this flight on one of the flight monitoring apps for the last 9 hours or so since it left Birmingham earlier on today, and it's just coming in over one of the highways to my left very, very soon. And we've been working out the timings to try and see if we can get it absolutely spot on. Let's see if we can. Now, who's on that plane? Well, we know that Thomas Tuchel and his staff, some of the admin staff are with him as well, and an awful lot of the players. They're not all on board there because some of them have been holidaying in this area, and so we'll see what happens in terms of that. It's not obviously at full because a lot of those players have come from different places to join the rest of the squad here in Miami, and of course the Arsenal players are not on board either. The four players, Eberechi Eze, Bukayo Saka, Noni Madueke, etc., and Declan Rice, are still having an extended break after their strenuous activities, of course, in that Champions League final that took a toll on them both emotionally and physically. But I reckon on our app, as soon as we see it come over this highway that's just behind me now, we'll have about 12 seconds. I'll get out of the way and we'll try and show you that moment when the England team plane touches down here at Palm Beach Airport in Miami. They'll head then to their team hotel, which will be the base for them for the next 9 days or so. It's only about 10 minutes down the road, and we've already seen the police escort, the Blues and Twos, out there on the airfield, ready to take England to their team hotel. So as soon as that moment happens, we'll bring it to you live on Sky Sports News. I've got my eyes fixed as well on the planes that are parked just behind us, that are, I don't know if you park a plane, do you? Is that the right term? But with the fuel tankers just behind us as well, because that's where we will see that England plane emerge from the skies and touch down here at the airport. And here is for the acclimatisation. It's going to be a forced acclimatisation for the next week or so. Thomas Tuchel and the FA sports scientists have desperately done an awful lot of study over the last 12 months to prepare for this moment. And the best theory is that those players need a forced acclimatisation. They will be hurting while they're training in these conditions. Temperatures in the high 30s right now. Very, very humid as well. And Tuchel wants them to do that. We reckon that plane is imminent. I'm going to stand out the way because it looks like on the app just about to touch down. Our cameraman Chris Johnson is going to try and capture this moment for you live on Sky Sports News. What you're looking at, you can see that very posh private jet. There it is. That is the England plane emerging from the skies. When does it touch down? There it does, smoke from the wheels, and England's team has now officially arrived in Miami, the first time they've been on US soil as they bid to end 60 years of hurt and bring that World Cup trophy home. That was a momentous moment, wasn't it? Quite exciting from our end to see the plane come out of the skies after a 9.5-hour journey from Birmingham when they took off earlier today. I wonder what's going through the minds of those players. What's going through the minds of Thomas Tuchel as he sits on board that plane, knowing that it all starts now for them. Thomas Tuchel, of course, never before been an international manager. So many players on board that plane. Ezri Konsa, we saw getting on earlier on, has never been at a major tournament before. But alongside him is the captain, Harry Kane, who's a real veteran. This is the third World Cup where he will be here wearing the captain's armband. He equals Bobby Charlton in doing so if he gets on the pitch wearing that captain's armband. But it's an extraordinary moment. If we just pan across to the left, you can see the Blues and Twos of the local police force, the American police force, ready to go out and meet that plane. It's not like when you and I arrive at Miami International Airport and we have to go through passport control and customs and have our bags checked and then sit by a baggage carousel for a long time. They will get a special escort. The England players will be treated as VIPs, and they will be whisked from that plane onto the team coach and a short 10-minute drive to the team hotel at a luxury resort just down the road from here. We've been to see that hotel already. You cannot get anywhere near it. It is really, really high security. But there it is. We'll leave you with that image. The England plane has arrived in the US. Their bid to win the World Cup starts now.
Rob, thank you very much indeed. So there you go. England have landed in Miami ahead of the World Cup. We'll be back to the States throughout the evening. But there we go. Thomas Tuchel, his captain Harry Kane and co will step off that plane very shortly ahead of the tournament. Remember, they've got those 2 friendlies against New Zealand and Costa Rica before, on the 17th of June, the first game of the World Cup for England against Croatia in Group L. It's hot, it's sticky, it's muggy, it's 29 degrees. There are some thunderstorms to come in South Florida over the next few days, but England have touched down. The big question is, will they be back on that plane in a few weeks' time with a bit of silverware? We shall see.